So you like to study languages. Awesome. And yeah, what other languages do you study? Is it
I'm studying Spanish. I've been
okay?
studying Spanish lately.
Yeah, awesome. Cool. And so, Omar, what did you do today? Hmm. Omar, are you still there? Okay. Maybe Omar, what, or Luis, Luis, what did you do today?
Today, was holiday. Oh, you know that we are here.
Yeah. Today was a
So,
holiday.
yeah, don't you know
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, but I
Oh,
was just saying you need you need to use the article. So use a. So a holiday.
okay. Okay. Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
No, okay. So I I watched the football, the soccer game.
Okay.
I've I've I had lunch with my parents. Yeah,
Nice. Sounds like it would have been a good day. Okay.
yeah.
And yeah. So who do you, well, I suppose you think Brazil is going to win the World Cup. Um, who do you
No,
think might come in second
no, I'm not
for the
sure
World
if Brazil will win the World Cup, but I would like that.
Cup? Okay.
I'd like that would be a country from Latin America.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. That's a good point. Hopefully. It'd be cool to see Costa Rica win, actually. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
but be unlikely. Okay. And so looks like it might just be the three of us for now. So let's get started on today's class. Get a screen share going.
But
And let's
are
start.
are you
Adela.
new
Oh,
at Verbling?
am I
Are
what?
you are you new at Verbling?
I'm relatively new. I think maybe just a month. I've been teaching for a month.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Um, thank you. Thank you. It's a great place. I love working here. Um, okay.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Adela, can you read the title and the next couple of lines?
Yes, education. Today we will talk about learning online and education, cultural views of education.
Okay. Um, yeah, good job. And so, cultural views of education. Can you repeat cultural? Cultural?
Cultural,
Yeah, cultural.
cultural views.
Perfect.
Cultural. Okay.
Nice. Good job. And let's go to the next page. And Luis, can you ask Omar the first question?
Omar, what's your favorite memory from your team in school? From your time in school?
Actually, I can't remember exactly. It's a tough one for me to remember right now.
Okay. Um, hmm. So do you have any vague memories? So like favorite time periods in school? So maybe like lunch or recess or a favorite class?
Maybe you consider that I used to like to play soccer in school a lot when I was young.
Okay. So during recess, maybe? During recess.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, playing soccer is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Used to do that as well. Omar, can you ask Adela the same question?
Okay. What's your favorite memory from your time in school?
Um, I don't remember exactly, but I like in the free time in the school in the break time to play with other student. I think I remember a good time in this this moment.
Okay. So I remember having fun then.
Yes,
And so maybe
during
during free
recess.
time, yeah,
Okay,
recess. And
recess.
can you repeat? Yeah, good, recess. Recess.
During recess, recess.
Yeah, recess. And the second syllable is more like a cess. So recess.
Recess,
One more time.
recess.
Yeah, that was good. Recess. Good. Nice job. Okay, and Adela, can you ask Luis the next question?
Did you go to public school or private school? Which type of school is better in your country?
Yes, in high school, I have been in a private school. In Brazil, the high school, the private school is better when you are in high school. But when you
Okay.
are at college and the university, the public school is better than the private school in most of the case.
Okay. We could say the public school is usually, instead of saying most of the case, so you could say usually, public school is usually better than private most of the time. Most of the time. So in that first sentence, so when you were, I think you said at college, I think there's a better preposition that we could use. Um, can you think of a better preposition?
In college,
Yeah, we'd say when you were in college. Good. But that sounds really good. Really good answer. Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay. Good. Let's go to the next page. And Omar, can you read the title?
Define these words or use them in sentences.
Yeah. And yeah, that sounded good. So let's start with Omar. Omar, can you read the first three words?
Yeah. Accessible, alternative, and geography.
Good. Geography. Can you repeat
Ge-
geography?
geography.
Nice. Geography. Perfect. And Adela, can you read the next three words?
Compare graduate evaluation.
Good. Graduate. Can you repeat graduate?
Graduate.
Nice. Good job. Good pronunciation. And then evaluation. Evaluation.
Evaluation.
Yeah, evaluation. Good. Nice job. And
Evaluation.
Luis, can you read the next? Good. The
in,
next two words, Luis.
instructor, photocopier.
Good. Awesome. And so does anybody have any questions about any of these words? Okay, no questions. And so can you each choose one word and write a sentence in the chat box? So choose a word and write a sentence. So for example, nice, Omar. Good. Omar, can you read your sentence?
Yeah, sure. I used to hate geography when I was at school.
Good. And again, it might sound a little bit better to change the preposition at to a different one. So, what preposition could you use?
In?
Yeah, in school. I think that would sound really good. So I used to hate geography when I was in school. It just sounds a little bit more natural to a native speaker. Good. And Luis, can you read your sentence?
I graduated in 2001.
Good. I graduated. Can you repeat graduated?
Graduated.
Nice. Good work. Graduated. And Adela, can you read your sentence?
The private education is not accessible for everyone.
Yeah, that's a really good sentence. We'd remove the article at the beginning of the sentence.
Private
So we just start with,
education, no?
yeah. And can you repeat private? Private?
Private education is not accessible for everyone.
Nice. Good.
I
And
hesitate.
I think the pronunciation.
I hesitate to put the article or no.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell. But yeah, that was a good sentence. Um, okay, and awesome. So if nobody has any questions on this page, let's go to the next page. And Luis, can you read this paragraph?
Discussion. In the United States, there are certain years where students have to take benchmark tests. If a school students do well on the test, the school gets more money. If the students do poorly, the school's funding is cut.
Good. Good pronunciation. Maybe funding. Can you repeat funding?
Funding.
Nice. Good. Okay. And Luis, can you ask Omar the first question?
Omar, what do you think of standardized benchmark tests?
What's the meaning of standardized, sorry, benchmarks?
Okay.
I
So
guess
a
if a test
standardization.
everybody uh, everybody does the same test.
Yeah. Nice job, Luis. Good. Does that answer your question a little bit, Omar? So a standardized test is just a test that everybody takes. It's the same for everybody, and it just tests your level as a student. So it tests students' levels.
Yeah.
Does that answer it?
Yeah, I understand now, yeah.
Okay. And so, can you
Okay.
answer the question?
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking, just thinking.
Okay.
I think that standardized tests are not like a way to determine the efficient students from the normal students, like advanced tests. So I think it's easy for everybody. So like if you want to evaluate a student, I think like advanced tests.
Okay. So I think that standardized tests are not, maybe are not a good way
Yeah.
to determine efficient students from basic students. Um, and maybe we'd say advanced students from basic students.
Yeah, advanced.
Efficient just means something runs really well. So it could work, but good. So, all right, so you think that more advanced tests might do a better job?
But
Okay,
Yeah.
but I think
okay.
this test is for now the level because you need a standardize if you is for a title you can you need to homogenize to the knowledge if you have a graduate in biology, it's same in another university and another. It's same to the school. You need to guarantee a minimum level, I think, to
Yeah.
have a title. I think it's for this reason to
Yeah.
have to compare the schools. This is a ranking, no, for a school. They need to have more or less a same level.
Yeah. Perfect. One thing, you need to guarantee a minimum level. So instead of guarantee, I'm not sure what you said, but guarantee. So can you just repeat that one sentence?
You need to guarantee a minimum level.
Good. Awesome
Right.
job. And Jose, welcome to class. Jose, how are you doing? Sorry, Jose, it looks like your microphone. Ah, there you are. How are you doing, Jose? Hmm.
Hello.
Hi, Jose. So how are you?
Fine, fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay,
Okay.
thanks. I
And
was setting my speakers and my microphone.
okay, perfect. Well, it's nice to have you in class. Jose, can you ask Luis the last question on this page?
Okay. Uh, Hi, Luis. Do they help our heart schools and students?
Hi, Jose. Let's talk about the standardized benchmark tests,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I, the way that it's working, this kind of test in Brazil, it's a bit different. That get more money or funding is cut. Doesn't happen in this way. But I believe in the way that's working in Brazil can help the students and the education system increase for everybody, for all the students, for the teachers, for the schools, and for the system. So I believe that can help.
Okay. Yeah, awesome. So, yeah, that's perfect, everyone. Maybe. Perfect. So I believe that the way it works in Brazil can help everyone. Nice. And Luis, can you explain a little about how it works in Brazil?
In Brazil, there is a test called Prova Brasil. I believe this Brazil test in English,
Yeah.
and everybody uh, does the same test, and which school has to reach a minimal level, a minimal note. So when that
Nice.
school reach this level, this note, this average note, né? Because it's making an average, the school can receive some benefits, but in the same time, the education's authorities can improve the system and improve the how the teacher can teach in the schools.
Nice. Okay. Good. Really good grammar and good pronunciation. Maybe the only thing that I saw, the educational authorities. So can you,
Authority, okay. Education
educational,
authority, education
yeah,
education
close,
authority,
educational,
educational
Ed,
educational authorities.
Yeah, good. Educational. Perfect. I think that's great. Really good answer. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Any questions? Okay, good. Let's go to the next page. And so let's start. Omar, can you play the boy in this comic? And Adela, can you play the girl?
Okay.
Can you zoom in?
Yeah, please, because it's
Okay. Actually, I can't zoom, but I can put it on Google Drive. So hold on one second. I'll put the PowerPoint on Google Drive, and we can do it that way.
Google Drive application. Okay.
Yeah. So hold on just 1 second.
I will have to share your.
Yeah, I have to share it too. Okay. It should be on. It's coming up. And we're on page, what page? 5? So we're on page 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. And Omar, do you have that?
just loading.
Okay. Okay, maybe while we're waiting, Luis, can you play the boy?
Yeah. The
Okay.
boy is the with up hair.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Hey Susie, did you have any trouble with your math homework last night?
No, why?
I thought a couple of these were tricky. Can I check my answers with yours?
Okay.
Thanks. What did you get for question 1?
Say, I don't know the 7.
Yeah.
7. Good. That's what I got. What did you get for question 2?
Drafted, Calvin.
Drop dead.
Drafted, dead.
Okay.
Calvin.
Good. Calvin. Can you repeat Calvin?
Calvin.
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 Good. Yeah. Okay. And Adela, can you ask Jose the first question?
What do you think of this comic?
It's a very common trouble in schools. Students frequently copy and paste here the answer of the other students, but it's a very common problem in many schools around the world.
Nice. Awesome. Really great answer, Jose. One small thing, copy and paste might be a little bit, I mean, it's grammatically correct. We just say students often copy. So students often copy. Would sound a little bit more natural. But yeah, that sounded good. That sounded like a great answer. And Jose, can you ask Luis the second question?
Luis, have you ever done something like this? Please explain.
Yes, I have. Unfortunately, I have to admit it. Yes, because sometimes in the school stage we have a lot of homework to do, and I have another duties and activities out off the school. So sometimes I didn't have enough time to do my homework. So I have to request a help from some friends
Okay, some friends of mine.
of mine. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, good. I like how you termed it. Request some help from friends of mine. Good. And so we wouldn't use an article before school there. So yes, sometimes in school. We had a lot of homework and I had a lot of duties and activities after school, outside of school. Good. Luis, what were some activities that you did outside of school?
In in that time, I've studied piano and I've studied English as well in an English course.
Okay, nice. Really good. So piano and English. And so Omar, what about you? Have you ever done something like this?
Yeah, actually, a lot.
Okay, actually a lot. And can you explain a little bit?
Yeah, like I used to like when I had like a homework. Like, of course, it's better to do your homework at the same day. I used to like to delay my homeworks always by excuses like I'm very tired, I'm sick, I can't go to school tomorrow, stuff like that.
Okay, good. And one thing with excuses, not by excuses, we'd say with excuses. So with excuses like,
Yeah, with excuses like. Okay.
awesome. Yeah, really nice job. Okay, and yeah, does anybody have any questions on this page?
No.
Okay, good. Let's go to the next one. And so let's have Jose. Can you read the first paragraph?
Okay, no problem. In the United States and in the rest of the world, people are turning to alternative schools. People are educating themselves online, sending their children to Montessori schools, or opting for private education.
Good. Really nice job. And Jose, can you ask Luis the first question?
Okay, hi Luis. What do you think about alternative education?
Alternative education. I don't know any alternative education here in Brazil, but
Okay,
but
what
but
about like
but
something like this?
yes,
Oh,
but I
sorry,
believe,
keep going.
no, sorry, yeah, sorry. I believe that alternative education uh, can help the students in the ordinary school. So,
Okay.
and the student uh, has a behavior like a proactive study. So they search, they looking for the information, for the acknowledgement, and help to uh, create, develop your own way to get to the information. That help
Yeah.
the student jump many steps on the ordinary school.
Okay. On the ordinary school. We might change that preposition as well. Um,
On
so that might
on
help
or
students jump ahead of ordinary school, maybe. Jump
okay.
ahead of ordinary schools. Um, or yeah, jump over or jump past ordinary schools. Could work as well. But really great answer. And Jose, you said that you were a teacher in an alternative school in Chile. Can you explain what kind of alternative school and did you like it?
Yes, of course, because when I was working in this kind of a school, I can produce a lot of different activities with my students. I am a math teacher in Chile. It's very difficult to teach maths to students because they think that maths it's very boring. but I think that is not boring. In alternative school, I could produce different educational resources, connecting, for example, maths with arts or with philosophy. You have a different curriculum to create
Yeah.
educational situations with your students. But the most important thing is in an alternative school is the the learning of the students rather than specialized tests like PISA or SIMSE. SIMSE is the test called in Chile to measure the different schools. I think that was a great experience.
Nice. Yeah, cool. Really good explanation. Good grammar as well. One thing when we're negating something, we'd use the auxiliary verb don't. So I don't think it's boring. Instead of I think it's not boring. So just that was one small thing. Um, and yeah, but I think that was great. Really great answer. Okay, and Luis, can you ask Omar the next question?
Omar, do you think that online education is a good option for young students?
Like to learn online, right?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, I think it depends on the students, of course, but I think it's easier to like to teach like face to face. It's easier to understand, of course, and to react with the students rather than to teach online. And also, I think that teaching online, of course, it's like a great experience that people can benefit from it, like learning English online. It's a perfect way, like here in
Yeah.
Verbling. Yeah, I think it's like a very, but some subjects are like very complex or complicated, like physics, chemistry. Some, I think it would be easier to like to be taught in face to face, easier than to be taught online. This is my opinion
Yeah.
regarding this.
Okay, so I think it would be easier to teach face to face instead of online. Good.
Yeah.
And then we'd also use the gerund. So rather than teaching online, instead of rather than to teach. But yeah, really good job. Okay, and Jose, it was good to have you in class. And have a really good night. Uh, okay, and so Omar, Jose, do you have time to answer one more question? Okay, so Omar, can you ask Luis the last question?
Yeah, of course. Luis, do you know any other types of alternative education?
Alternative education. Uh, I know one school in Portugal calls Escola da Ponte. Translate for English is Bridges School.
Okay.
There is a school in Portugal, in the north of Portugal, on where there is no tests, there is no classes, there is no grades, there is anything, there is nothing. So the students
Okay.
join in groups and studying themselves, help each other. Uh, most of the time they spend most of the time in the libraries with a tutor helping supporting them for reach their knowledgement. So it's a very interesting school.
Okay. So helping them reach their goals or maybe benchmarks or helping them reach or something like that. I think that would be good. And so that first sentence in the chat box, So you said where there is no grades, tests, or classes. How do we change that verb? Do you see the sentence, Luis?
There are no grades,
Yeah,
tests, or classes. Okay, there are.
perfect. Yeah, okay, good. And does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, good. And Luis, were you going to say something? Okay,
No, actually not. Actually not.
okay, good. And Luis, can you read this first quotation?
Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Socrates.
Good. Kindling. Can you repeat kindling?
Kindling.
Yeah, kindling. Not the filling of a vessel. Good. And so, does anybody have any questions about this quotation?
What is kindling?
Okay, it's like the starting. So, if you have kindling and you're starting a fire, usually kindling are just really small sticks. But in this case, it's just like the starting or the sparking of a fire. Or starting. Does that make sense?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. And any other questions? Okay. And so, Luis, can you ask Omar the first question?
Umar, what does this quotation mean?
I think it means like education is it's necessary in our lives. Like every person needs to be very well educated. Like you don't like to be like an ignorance person who don't know anything about your life or what's the purpose of your life. So I think like education is very important to us as humans, of course.
Yeah. Okay, definitely. So can you guys talk about why a kindling of a flame is different than the filling of a vessel? So, Luis and Omar, can you talk about that and try to come to a conclusion?
Uh, I believe that this quotations wants to reflect that education is free for for the students. The students search the information, the acknowledgement, and not working in a strict way.
Okay, that's a good point. I think it's a little bit different. So the filling of a vessel. So a vessel, don't worry, Jose. A vessel is something that holds something else. So a vessel could be a bowl or a boat or a cup is a vessel. And so it's just something that holds something else. So, um, yeah, Jose, what about you? What do you think about this quotation?
Sorry, teacher, but I don't understand some words of that quotation.
Okay. And which words don't you understand?
The meaning of the kindling of a flame,
Yeah, kindling. And
kindling.
Luis, can you explain kindling?
Kindling in this sentence meaning sparking, starting
Yeah,
the
good.
flame process.
Perfect. Jose, any other questions?
Mm, but I don't understand the quotation. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. This is a really difficult quotation to understand. So, a flame is something that spreads out and it never really finishes unless it, runs out of material. But so it's an idea that it just gets bigger and bigger and it expands on itself. So the bigger the fire, the more it spreads. So it's saying that knowledge, the more you know, the more you want to know, and so the more you consume. And the filling of a vessel has the idea that it ends. So it's something that can end. So when you fill a vessel or fill a cup, once the cup is full, you can't fit anything else in. So it has an idea that education can end. Does that make sense? The difference between those two things?
Yes.
Okay. And Omar, do you agree or disagree? And why?
Okay, I think I agree because it's as I said before, it's necessary to be well educated.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because it's something which is necessary in life to understand the life, of course.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. And does anybody else have any comments on this quotation? Any comments or questions?
Yes, I remember another Socrates quotation that has the same meaning. Socrates said, everything I know, that's I know nothing.
The difference between those two things. Okay, everything I know that I know nothing. Yeah, that's a good quotation. Okay, it is. Looks like Diego. Welcome to class. Diego, how are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm doing well. Thanks.
As I said before,
It sounds like we're getting some feedback from somewhere. Um, so maybe somebody's internet connection. Okay, so Diego, welcome to class. Diego, can you read the second quotation? Yeah, definitely. Okay. And does anybody else have any comments on this quotation? Any comments or questions?
I guess
I
if
remember.
Diego, background sounds
Okay.
from Diego.
Yeah, sorry, Diego, I muted you for a second. I think we're getting a lot of background. It might be a slow internet connection, Diego. But when you're ready to talk, just unmute your microphone. And let's have Luis. Can you read the second quotation?
Education,
Hello.
the path from cookie ignorance to miserable uncertainty.
Good.
Mark
Can you
Twain.
repeat cocky?
Cocky,
Good. And miserable. Miserable.
miserable.
Good. Miserable is a difficult word. It's like comfortable. So we don't really pronounce that ER. So we say mis-ra-bull. Can you repeat one more time? Miserable?
Miserable,
Good. Awesome. And Diego, can you read this first question? Okay, yeah, I think you're a little bit behind. Your connection might be a little bit slow, Diego. Luis, can you read the first question? And Jose, can you answer?
what does this quotation mean, Jose?
I think that it's a very pessimistic view of education. I absolutely disagree with that quotation. I think that education is the bridge from the ignorance to knowledge. I I I, um, I disagree with Mark Twain. Twain, no sé, what is the pronunciation?
Twain.
Twain. I disagree with him.
Okay. And Luis, what do you think?
Yes, I believe uh, I guess it's the same meaning of this quotation, this Socrates quotations. I said because the real acknowledgement is too big, is very big. So even we have access to education, primarily we reach a miserable uncertainty, which means we reach we see we see in myself. You see yourself that there are many steps for reach for know the whole acknowledgement around the world.
Okay. Yeah, so there are many, maybe we'd say many more steps to reach um, complete knowledge. Yeah, I think that's a good interpretation. So somebody who's cocky about their ignorance, so they're really confident that they know everything, even though they don't. So cocky ignorance, and then miserable uncertainty. It's just knowing enough to know that you don't know much. I think that's what you said, Luis, and you said it really well. That was good. Um, and Jose, does that change your mind at all? Does that change your mind, or do you still disagree? Sorry, Jose, are you still there?
Yeah. I'm here.
Okay. And so, yeah, did Luis's comment change your mind at all, or do you still disagree?
I still disagree.
Okay, perfect. Primarily, no. Yeah, primarily no. I'm not sure what you mean, Luis. Can you explain yourself?
Yes, you wrote in the chat box, we finally reach a miserable uncertainty. I meant we primarily reach the first step
Okay.
is you reach a miserable uncertainty. So we continue study, and you see that with more we study, more we don't know. We we figure out that we know nothing. That's because Socrates said, everything I know, that's I don't know anything.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good point. Really good explanation.
Yes, I
Um,
agree. Sorry, teacher. I agree with the arguments from Luis, but I don't agree with the adjectives that use Mark Twain.
okay, that Mark Twain used.
Mm.
Okay, good. That's fine. Um, and Luis, can you repeat primarily? Primarily.
Primarily.
Good. Primar. Sorry. Lee. Good. And let's go to the next page. And let's have, well, let's, Diego. Diego, are you still there? Okay, maybe not. Okay, so let's have Jose. Can you read the mother?
Okay, no problem. Uh, you want your children to enroll in experimental school. They don't assign grades and they let the students choose what to study. Try to convince your husband that your children should attend this alternative school.
Good. And Luis, can you read the next line?
Next line, father.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. You don't want your kids to change schools. You think traditional schools are best. Convince your wife that this new school, with no curriculum and few rules, will be a bad alternative for your kids.
Okay. And can you guys go ahead and act out those roles? And maybe Jose, can you start?
Okay, no problem. Uh, Hi there. Today I was walking around the city and I saw an advice about an alternative school. I think that could be a great opportunity for our children. So, what's your opinion?
Actually, I'm not agree with the experimental school because
What?
I think the traditional schools are best.
Why don't? I think that an alternative school it's a great choice because children can develop a lot their creativity. I think that is a great place to develop to creativity.
Yeah, but this kind of school, there is no rules or few rules, and the curriculum sometimes is not accepted to our son or our children reach the university.
Uh, Maybe, but I disagree with that. I think that the children need to develop skills rather than contents. I think that this kind of schools could be develop necessary skills to learn to live in this kind of global world. I think.
Yeah, yes, but this school can work or can't. And what are you going to do with the university or the college won't accept our children?
Okay. We have a deal. Check the curriculum. We can go into an interview and finally give me your opinion. Are you agree with that?
Okay, okay, we can go to that school and let's go to see what the director, the
Oh,
principal is going to say.
okay. Thank you very much, dear.
Awesome. That was really, really good. Um, yeah, really good conversation and nice argumentation from both of you. There are a couple small things I don't agree. So again, we'd use the auxiliary verb to do. I do not agree. I don't agree. I think, I'm not sure who said it. Why don't? Somebody said, why don't? Why not? Is what we'd say. So why not? And there are a few rules. I really liked the sentence that could help them develop skills or the necessary skills to live in this global world. That was awesome. And then the last thing was, do you agree? So do you agree? Instead of, I'm not sure what you said. But again, really good job. That was impressive. Do either of you have any questions on this page?
No, it's okay.
No, it's
Okay,
fine.
perfect. And let's go to the last one. And so, Luis, can you read the title? Can you read the title, Luis?
Idiom,
Yeah. And can you read the idiom and the example?
effort,
Close. Effort.
effort, A
Yeah.
for effort.
Effort. Good. Okay, and can you read the first example, Luis?
You weren't quite right with this hypothesis, but I will give you an A for effort.
Good. And Jose, can you read the second one?
Okay. You worked on the project all weekend. No, you worked on the project all weekend. Even if uh, even if it turns out poorly, you should get an A for effort.
Good. And Luis, can you ask Jose the next question?
What do you think this idiom means?
I think that could be get a prize for effort for sacrifice.
Yeah, so it's like being rewarded
Reward
for working hard.
a compensation for your effort.
Yeah, exactly. Compensation for your effort. Okay. And Luis, do you agree? Is that what you think it means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jose, can you ask Luis the next question?
Okay, Luis, do you think that effort should be considered when a teacher is grading a student's work? Why or why not?
Yes, because the moment of the test sometimes can test the student. In that day, sometimes the student is with some problem, happens something with his family, so he doesn't go well on the test. So the teacher has to approach how the student was during, or how the student had been during the last semester or the last year.
Yeah, good. I think that's a great answer. Sometimes the moment of the test, or sometimes the moment of the test doesn't test the student correctly, and he doesn't do well on the test. So again,
Okay.
just the verb to do a couple times, but good, really good answer. Unfortunately, we're out of time. So do either of you have any questions before we finish up class? Any questions?
No, teacher, thanks for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was great to have you guys in class. You did a really good job. And yeah,
Okay,
have a good night. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
okay, thank you very much. See you.
See you,
Bye
Bye.
bye,
teacher.
Jose.
Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye bye.